Welcome to video number 65. We've gone beyond the threshold, and for the next 19 videos here, it's going to be some profound stuff, so stay around, stay tuned. In this video I'm going to talk about the topic of nutrition and food, something that I've learned. Actually, this comes to mind because, you're welcome, as I'm sitting here, I see a dead octopus here on the floor, and most of the things that I know about nutrition comes as a result from watching Sadhguru. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't understand it in the way that I do currently now. So if this was 5,000 years ago or 50,000 years ago, and we lived in a cave somewhere to protect ourselves from the rain and have a nice shelter and light a fire and whatever, and we saw a deer walking by, I wouldn't say, oh, I'm a vegan, or let's practice non-violence, let's just let this deer go. No, we're gonna take a stick and we're gonna kill it and cook it on a fire and eat it and enjoy the meat, because meat and other animal bodies are very good survival food. But that's what it is, it's a survival food, and I'm just getting this now. Even though I have been a vegan since I was 19, I put in a lot of effort to only eat a vegan diet, but still I slipped many ways because the conditions weren't right for me to fully go into that in the country that I was in, and I didn't know how to eat, properly eat, and what to eat. But here I'm actually starting to build the foundation of my nutrition here. So I'm actually drinking a fruit smoothie. One of the things that you'll notice when you start going off of meat is that the mucus in your body will go away. What do I say when I say mucus? Well, just a few days ago I went swimming here in Cairns, just over the mountains here, and the water was quite cold, and my body wasn't prepared for it, I guess, or I don't know why, but I got sick. I don't usually get sick, but this time I did for some reason. Actually, I'm fairly certain why I did. I opened up the crown of my head in the water, and I let things in that I maybe shouldn't have let in, and so energetically so. Anyways, so I got sick, and usually when I got sick in Canada, I would be out of commission for 7 days. I would have intense mucus in my nose. I couldn't breathe through my nose because of all the food that I'm ingesting, and the food turns to mucus, and then when you're sick, it becomes all, you know how it is, it gets stuffed up. And also the throat hurts, and a fever. So yesterday I had a fever and my throat was hurting, but luckily no mucus in the nose, and that was usually the worst part because I couldn't breathe, I couldn't sleep. I have to have some nostril spray and all that chaos. So that's one of the side effects, is that your body doesn't produce any negative effects from eating just plant-based food. Why? Because plant-based food gets digested very quickly and very easily. The next thing I notice about eating meat is that it's very strong memory. It's very hard to digest animal protein. The closer that the animal is to having human emotions, like a cow, for example, is the worst thing that you could possibly eat. I think red meat is by far the worst thing that you can eat, other than human flesh, or maybe rocks. But if you were to eat meat, like Sadhguru says, then you should eat fish. And the reason is because fish's DNA is very simple. Relatively speaking, compared to land animals, so much more evolved. And if you eat fish, your ability to digest the fish is very quick. Boom, and it's out. Some things that I see is that some people have the ability to digest meat fairly well, actually. Whereas a lot of people don't have this ability. And those people that don't, they suffer a lot. They don't even know it. I could just see people sitting on the sidewalk or doing whatever that they're doing, even in the place that I'm staying in. And after they consume animal flesh, animal protein, they are agitated, and their body, is rejecting it. They can't process it, they can't handle it. And it's a difficult thing to watch, but they don't see it. And it took me a long time to see it as well, myself. So what else? What else is here? Oh yes, now I'm living in Australia, thankfully, and here the fruits grow virtually all year round. And it feels good to eat a plant-based diet here because I know where the food comes from. Unlike in Canada, where I would be eating things, one ingredient from Mexico, the other from Chile, the next from South Africa, and the other from China. And your body goes into a turmoil because it doesn't know what is happening. Like, what is all this stimulus for? I'm tasting 5 different soils here, and this is not right. This is not supposed to be like that in nature. But here, it's totally different. All the fruits grow from the land that I'm walking in, and that creates a huge peace of mind and stability. What else can be said about food and fruit? This is pretty important, is that I've noticed for myself, and I'm pretty sure this is how generally it is for most people, that when you do eat meat, your body shuts down. Energetically speaking, your body closes up. And I have noticed this when I ate fish. The top of my head, the crown of my crown chakra would just close up for 4 hours, every time, like clockwork, you know? And I wouldn't be able to connect to life the way that I normally would or would like to. So for 4 hours at least, I would just be, dead and digesting this food. And then after that food was gone, there would be a heaviness in my stomach because I ate this very dense food. And it would take a while, like 18 hours, for it to digest and fully leave my system. Whereas now, I eat fruits, only fruits, and nothing but fruits, and other vegetables and grains and such. A vegan diet, a plant-based diet. And there is nothing like that. My energy feels very light. I feel very light in my body. And my ability to move energy is much easier. It's very simple. Also, this is the last thing that I should say, is that there's only one food on planet Earth that wants you to eat it. For example, this bird, it's injured. If I walk up to it and think to myself, hey, I want to kill you and eat you, you think the bird is going to be like, oh yeah, for sure, you're a human being, you're more intelligent than me? Absolutely. You should just, have my body and, let's test it out. Hey, maybe you think I should put you on a plate or something? No animal wants to be killed. No animal wants to be eaten. And that goes for pretty much 100% of the species here on Earth. No animal wants to be killed or eaten. And they all run away. There's only one food group on the planet that actually wants you to eat it, and that's fruits. You go to a forest and you look at an apple tree or a fruit tree, it's practically screaming at you for you to consume it and for you to pass its seeds onto the plains around. So, for that reason, you should consume fruits. You should eat a plant-based, healthy diet. You'll feel healthier, you'll feel better for the planet, better for your consciousness, better for the world.